So who will be the villain or villains of the sequel to Spider-Man Homecoming? Right now I'm going to be calling it Spider-Man Homecoming 2 because I don't really know what it's going to be called. But I have a couple theories on who the villains actually might be. So if you guys want to hear my theories on this, make sure you guys definitely stay tuned. How's it going, Webheads? My name is Ryan Walsh, and before we get this video, make sure you guys definitely subscribe to Webhead for more on Spider-Man in the MCU going forward. I have plenty of videos coming out about that. Make sure you guys definitely turn on that notification bell so you guys can keep up to date with all my latest uploads. Make sure you guys definitely smash the like button if you guys like this video, and of course, make sure you guys definitely comment below your thoughts. Who do you guys want to see in the next Spider-Man movie in the MCU going forward? But guys, with all that out of the way, let's get in the video, Webheads. So far, all that we know basically about the new Spider-Man movie, the sequel to Spider-Man, it's going to be taking place after Avengers 4. And Kevin Feige has really come out and really talked about how this is going to be the next Civil War for the MCU. Of course, they're not going to be separating the Avengers into two teams and having them fight again, but really it's just kind of like an Avengers 4.5 or something like that, right after Avengers 4. It's kind of like going to have a lot of heroes in there, and that makes me speculate that we might have more than one villain in that movie, especially because Spider-Man Homecoming had more than one. And if you're going to have multiple heroes in there, you're going to want to have a lot of villains in there as well. Now, of course, I've really heard a lot of people online talking about that Mark Hamill has a chance of being Doc Ock in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and he might be the villain in Spider-Man Homecoming 2. And, you know, like, Doc Ock is definitely a potential for a new Spider-Man villain. I think he would be a great villain to bring in. We haven't seen Doc Ock on screen since 2004, back in Spider-Man 2. I personally thought that was a flawless interpretation of Doc Ock, but people have been talking about how Mark Hamill might be coming on to play Doc Ock, and I personally don't really think this is going to happen. I just don't really see Mark Hamill as Doc Ock. I mean, Mark Hamill has definitely surprised me, so it could happen, but I personally think that that won't happen at all. I think that if we're going to be getting Doc Ock, it's going to be someone completely different. But what about characters that they've already set up in these movies? Obviously, we know that Scorpion is around after Spider-Man Homecoming. We know that the Vulture and Shocker are still alive and they're in prison, so those two villains definitely could be showing up as well. And I personally think since you got 3 villains already right there, that could definitely equal the Sinister Six in the next movie. All you need is 3 more villains. Of course, they could definitely do that for Spider-Man Homecoming 3, but since there's going to be a lot of heroes in this next Spider-Man movie, I have a feeling that they might actually be going forward with the Sinister Six. It sounds like it's a little fast, but honestly, since they already have 3 characters basically already developed, especially the Vulture, he could be the leader of this team, and then just bring in 3 more characters that you could definitely introduce. Maybe you could definitely develop Doc Ock, and then he has like some henchmen or something like that. Maybe it's gonna be like Rhino, or maybe like the Beetle or something like that, and then that's your Sinister Six team. I could see that definitely happening. And also we have the Venom movie coming out. Now, of course, as of right now, that movie is not connected with the Marvel Cinematic Universe at all, but I have a feeling that it still might be, and I'm gonna speculate on it. So if the Venom movie actually happens to be a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you got one more villain right there. So that just means that what they've built already in the last Spider-Man Homecoming movie, which was Shocker, Vulture, and the Scorpion, now we have the character of Venom in there. Now all you need is 2 more characters to make the Sinister Six, and yeah, I'd obviously want to see the Sinister Six happen because with that entire Andrew Garfield trilogy, that's what they basically were building up to. That's what I actually really did want to see. So they definitely left me hanging with that Sinister Six idea, and I personally really wanted to see that, so I definitely think they're going to be doing that in the next movie. Of course, Sony still has some say on the movie. They're the ones that basically are making this movie with Marvel's help, so they definitely still want to do the Sinister Six. That's definitely in their plans. They kind of made that very clear with the last trilogy, and now coming into this new one and seeing the end credits scene for Spider-Man Homecoming, they definitely are making it obvious that they want to see the Sinister Six in the next movie, so I definitely think that would be a great idea. I also have on this list 2 characters that I personally have always wanted to see come on screen. I still think they would be great villains, and we've never seen them in any Spider-Man movie prior to this, so I personally want to see Kraven and Mysterio come on screen. Now, I know both of those characters have had rumored movies coming out that Sony's developing with their own little cinematic universe for Spider-Man villains, but I personally want to see them in the cinematic universe, especially Mysterio. That's a character that I personally love. I think he's so goofy and corny that I really want to see this character actually be on screen and actually have some screen time with this new Tom Holland Spider-Man. I think they would definitely work well together in a movie. I think they could definitely pull it off, especially with Marvel. They could make him really cool, and they could definitely still make him a little goofy at the same time. And then Kraven's another character that's definitely underrated as a Spider-Man villain. I really want to see Kraven in a movie, and I really hope they don't do those rumored spin-off movies at all well, I hope they actually just bring those two characters right into the next Spider-Man movie, and those could be your next two big villains. But if I really had to put money on it as of right now, I have a feeling that they're definitely going to do something with Doc Ock, and I think they're definitely going to be doing something with Scorpion and the Vulture and Shocker as well. And I think they're going to be trying to assemble the Sinister Six in the third Spider-Man movie. They're going to be introducing more villains and definitely having like the Vulture, Shocker, and Scorpion in the background as like some gangsters. Maybe Spider-Man fights some goons that are connected to those three in the beginning or maybe the end of the movie. I definitely think that the second movie is going to try to connect the Sinister Six and try to build upon what they did in the first movie and try to build up some more villains, so that in the third movie they can have this huge Sinister Six battle with Spider-Man versus the Sinister Six, something that a lot of Spider-Man fans have wanted to see. And I didn't mention the Green Goblin in this video at all because I don't think Marvel is going to do the Green Goblin at all. We've seen Green Goblin twice in both the Tobey Maguire and the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies, so I don't think we're going to be seeing Green Goblin, which is definitely a bummer to me because he is my favorite villain of all time. I absolutely love the Green Goblin, so definitely a bummer, but I don't think we're going to see him, unfortunately. For Green Goblin fans, that really stinks. But of course, Marvel wants to do something different, and that's totally understandable. But guys, let me know down in the comments, what do you guys think of my prediction for the next Spider-Man Homecoming 2 villain? Do you guys agree with me? Do you not agree with me? Let me know the villains you guys want to see in the next Spider-Man movie. Let me know down in the comments below. Make sure you guys definitely smash that like button if you guys like this video and you guys want to see more just like it. Make sure you guys definitely subscribe to Webhead for more on Spider-Man Homecoming 2 and the MCU Spider-Man going forward. Make sure you guys definitely turn on that notification bell so you guys get to keep up to date with all my latest uploads. And make sure you guys definitely get into my Black Panther giveaway. All you gotta be is a subscriber, and make sure you guys definitely comment below. But guys, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Bye-bye. Alrighty, Webheads, if you guys like this video and you guys want to see more, make sure you guys definitely subscribe right over here to Webhead to get more on Spider-Man in the MCU going forward. Turn on that notification bell, and make sure you guys definitely check out my social media links in the description below so you guys can follow me on various social media networks, and check out the two videos below me I think you guys would really, really enjoy. But thank you guys very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Bye-bye.